What's up?
Your boy Colo Red.
Joffrey with a G.
Man, running the streets, man. We thought we was grown. You know what I mean? Trying to keep up with you. You know the big boys, man.
Man, wildin' out, bro. Remember Top Lot?
Yes, sir.
Posting up.
Jet in, jet out.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, life, it was just great, man.
Family oriented.
Lynn Street.
You remember the smokestacks, bro?
Blacktop, though, under the shelter. That's where it was at. Common ground, border. What's up? This your boy Face.
And it's Joffrey with a G.
What's on your mind, G-Mo?
Well, you know, man, just life, man. You know, just living. Trying to get past this high gas prices right now, bro. It's like,
hey, these gas prices got more people walking than anything. Hey, I feel sorry for the people that got to put 93 in the tank.
yeah,
I bet they wish they didn't get that luxury vehicle now.
man, it's up there, man. So
Man, up there, man. This is crazy. Like, have you been keeping up with the politics, I guess, the war between Russia, Ukraine, how it affect, or if you know? I'm asking because I just don't know.
not really,
how it
man.
affect-
I really don't get into the politics. I mean, I kind of listen to what they're saying, but I know it's all BS, you know?
I get it, so.
Yeah, at the end of the day, man, I mean, both sides, they say they represent something, but then at the same time, I mean, they still together. So it's like,
Right.
They
in
show-
cahoots. They in
yeah.
cahoots with each other.
yeah, they show division, though, to the people.
So
But-
similar to some outside person, like you arguing with your brother, and then some outside person come try to argue with your brother. What can you do? Because at the end of the day, they gonna team up and then look at you like, why you even jump in it, man?
Right.
That's family
how
problems.
they gonna look at
They
it.
got family problems, so they need to.
Cause they family, man. You
Yeah.
know, it's a I guess the word I'm looking for, like not a sorority. What's the other one?
Fraternity.
A fraternity.
Okay.
That's exactly what it is.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's a fraternity, man. So either you in or you out.
Yeah.
And
They got family issues, man. So they
that's
got
all it is.
they got to figure it out, man. It ain't for us, man. If it's Texas against Georgia, California against North Dakota, man, that's a family issue. That's
Right.
internal. So I mean, what other country really gonna step in if America got problems anyway?
I mean, yeah.
I mean,
what country?
With the policing and all that stuff. And you know what? You ever sit back and just think about it, like, if it's corrupt, something, whatever, in some other country, like America jump in it, but like our corrupt politics and whatever, policing, killing people unnecessarily, like all this stuff, and it's like, what country would jump in to help America?
No one.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
all set up. It's weird. I mean, it's just weird. It's something I think about. Like,
I would say it all boils down to the money.
makes sense.
But I know they say what, he who has the gold rules the world.
Right.
In this case, F the gold, he who has the biggest gun runs the world.
Of course. I mean, you know what? I had a conversation with somebody about that. And it was like, how can America, Russia, whatever, I don't want to call it the UN, like
It's a
United
conglomerate.
Nations. A conglomerate, right?
Yeah, it is.
That's the five, like China, Russia, America, of course. I don't know if it's France or whatever. Europe, to make up the five leading countries in there. Everything else is just kind of fall into place. But it's like, it's all about guns, because that's why the UN are the main countries that make up that can only have nuclear weapons.
Right.
They don't want
like Iran or somebody
to have nuclear weapons.
North Korea or somebody, they're
Right.
like they not allowed to have any African countries. None of them allowed to have
None of that, right? Because it's one of them things where the robber breaks into your business in hopes that you don't have a gun to level the playing field.
Right.
So why would they want them to have nuclear weapons to level the playing field?
Right. You can fight back.
You can fight back. I mean, prime example with the Russia-Ukraine thing, right? What we see on media, we don't know. It can be all propaganda, some stuff. But they were saying they invaded, I don't know what part, whatever names, they get confusing to me. But they had some anti-tank missiles. I think they were, I don't know if Trump gave them just on some humbug stuff. You know, maybe they know 10, 15 years in the future what's going to happen. Who knows, right? It would just happen to, hey, here you go. You know, so I think that's what I seen on the media, whatever. I can't call it out the quote, whatever. But they, long story short, they have the anti-tank missiles. And Russia didn't know, or whatever the case may be, and then next you know, their damn tanks getting blown up by these damn missiles. And I was at the gym when I seen it, so it's like I was trying to read the prompt, you know, whatever, and they had the anti-tank missiles, and they was blowing them up, and then they went on to like how they work and all that stuff, this whole spiel and stuff like that, and they leveled the playing field. Yeah. They wasn't expecting for them to put up a fight like that. They didn't have.
The last time somebody came to America's aid was during a civil war. It was like France.
Right.
Well, or maybe not civil war. It's
I know what you're talking about.
Great Britain. When
yeah.
That'd be the Revolutionary War.
Okay.
And France stepped in and helped arm America against the Brits. So, you know, that's
crazy.
Yeah, that's kind of, but it's a money thing. So it's like France, they got the so-called Louisiana Purchase, remember? So that's kind of how that worked. Like they got land and they help arm us against the Brits. So we get our independence. So that's how that worked.
Right. So, and that's why places like Louisiana is so French influence.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah, because, that's, yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's pretty. I mean, but it's like, man, when you start, when you're not emotional about what's going on, just follow the money, and it'll make good damn sense to you. Like, you know, people be like politics. All politics is, man, is geography, bruh. Like, there is no more land. God already made it, right? So we got to live on it. I forget the percentage of the world or the earth that you know is inhabitable, right?
Right.
So I mean, we just can't take the largest mountain in the world and go live on it, right? Because it's like extremely cold.
Right.
So I don't know what that landmass look like how many miles it stretch. So we know we can't live up top of there unless, you know, people gonna freeze to death, you know.
Or some great invention to make it habitable.
Which is possible. Right. We're just not there yet.
Push come to shove. If we really need to expand.
So we fight over the land that we know of, that we can live on, we can produce products that we can use. And I mean, if you have a disagreement with the people that live there, you live somewhere else, if your resources get low and they not trying to give you nothing, then now you got war.
You got war. And it's like that.
Yeah.
War is with civilized people.
Yeah.
That's what civilized people do. They go to war.
I mean, bruh, it's simple stuff like the tribe on the east got ugly women, and the tribe on the west got beautiful women. Right. So the tribe on the east, like, hey, let's go take over the west tribe, because we want the beautiful women.
Right.
And it be that simple sometimes. You know, this war between Russia and Ukraine is, I mean, it's affecting us kind of financially as well, even though they put sanctions on Russia and stuff, and claim they wasn't going to support them financially, to maybe hurt them a little bit. I mean, but at the end of the day, I mean, Russia, they still doing business, they still bombing Ukraine still fighting back.
So you mentioned sanctions. Now, what exactly is that? I mean, is them forcing them to pay money, or they're stopping
it may
flow of something?
Yeah, they may just, like, let's just say some of the exports that Russia have in certain countries, if they are a supporter of the European Union or whatever, or United Nations, they can't ship to those countries. And let's say those are some of the big money countries.
Oh, so they pretty much they turn them away.
Right.
So they got a big ship of this, and then they just turn them away. Like, no, we can't accept it.
So a lot of that money that they can use to go towards them fighting a war, now they won't have that money. So now
they can't buy.
Now they're gonna look at a country like China, India, maybe like a Brazil or South Africa, to maybe help them out, give them a loan or something, so they can continue their war on their invasion of the Ukraine. So
wow, the wormhole is deep.
Yeah, it's deep. I know Russia have been for a while. It was I forget the acronym, but it was like Russia, China, India, Brazil, and I think it was South Africa. It's like 5 countries. They I guess anti-European Union or something like that. And I want to say those are those 5 where they just kind of in league with each other. And people forget, like, Russia got allies too.
Yeah, they're a big country. They I don't want to say the second biggest, but it's China pretty up there. But yeah, I mean, they have allies too, man. Say it's an armed robbery, so they go in there with their guns, not expecting to get shot at.
Right.
Like, what if they shoot back? What if one of us die? Or I think we spoke about it. It's like, let me go ahead and kiss my kids right now, because if I go rob this person or go do this devilish deed, there is a chance that I might not come back.
All right.
So let me go ahead and hug everybody and call everybody now that I love them, because it can easily go the other way.
Yeah.
With that. So that just ties in that, yeah, America has allies, Ukraine have allies, everybody has allies. Guess what? Who we consider our enemy or our op has allies too.
Right. and I know people probably not looking at it this way, because you just see one aggressor right now. You see Russia attacking the Ukraine. Right. But then you got to look at it like this. Some things are a distraction. People not talking about World War III.
Right.
China don't like Taiwan. North Korea don't like South Korea. Mm-hmm. Pakistan and India always been at odds with each other.
That's crazy. Yeah.
So
yeah.
What's to stop those? Iran and Israel. I mean, what's to stop it from going on? You got North Sudan, South Sudan. People forget that the beefs, the civil wars, they just being silent. It don't mean they not going on.
Oh yeah, that's it. It is being civil, I guess, until something spark it. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. So I mean, World War III can easily happen.
Yeah.
If I don't like America, you don't like America. Why are we beefing? We got a common enemy. Let's join. Oh, that's called an ally.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, if and when, hopefully never, if China jumps into this thing, that might be the beginning of the end, y'all. Just to be honest with you, yeah, that's a real big military right there.
Man, that's it. Oh, I seen something on YouTube, man. I typically try to send you stuff, but they were just talking about I don't know if it was the 5 biggest It could have just been the 10 biggest militaries. And China, Jesus. I mean, they
Yeah, they got.
I don't know if
they
it's
got
like
troops.
2 point something million
Right.
active. And it was just active military. You know, versus, I mean, they was really smashing on American military. American military was big because they went on to just not just people. How many ships, how many tanks, you know, and that's just what they know about.
Right.
Because the government's not going to tell you everything.
Right.
I mean, come on now. I'm not going to tell you all. We playing chess, not checkers. So that's just all the military planes, the ships, tanks that you know about. So imagine the ones you just don't know about. You remember back in the 80s, right?
Yeah.
They were talking about the stealth bomber. I think that was like late 80s, early 90s when it was made public. You know, it was like state of the art, like some UFO type shit. You know what I mean?
And just think with all that, bruh, that stuff, that technology, they done gave away now.
You know, because they got
Look at
bigger and better.
Look at what they had. You know, and I'm trying to think of how somebody was trying to play Obama one time, talking about troops, and he was like, he ain't trying to lessen the amount of people in the military, but I mean, the soldiers no longer have horses and bayonets either. You know, he just letting them know you may not need a bigger cavalry when you got drones that can wipe out a whole freaking fortress.
Right. You got all these unmanned planes.
Yeah, you don't lose a person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I mean,
you put 2 people on a helicopter that got them Hellfire missiles that just go berserk and just. I mean, man.
You know, America spend more money than anybody.
Yeah.
So I know they were talking about how Russia got more nukes than America because they never stopped building their nukes.
Mm-hmm.
But just think about this. Why would America stop building nukes? That's because they got some ish that's killing that.
Right.
Think about it.
Nah,
they
that's
spending trillions of dollars and ain't at war. We ain't at who we at war with.
Right.
We spending trillions of dollars still.
You say they just stopped. Say something up. Like, hold up, America. They were trying to be the first ones with the whole nuclear missile building and all this stuff, and they just like don't really talk about it no more. Like, what they got? They got some laser guns or something. Like, what?
I remember a decade ago,
right?
They mentioned microwave technology.
That's scary.
So, have you ever put metal in a microwave? You seen how it reacts?
I seen, yeah, because it's spark, right?
Yeah, it's spark.
But the thing is, the scary thing about it, what it do to organic items?
Oh,
it heats it up.
Oh, it's OV.
You know, so imagine having a brick and mortar building, and you get hit with some concentrated microwave, and it's a 12-story building, whatever, with occupants in there. Imagine everything burnt up to a cinder.
Ghost town.
And that damn building looked immaculate.
Yeah. It's some. That's what I'm saying. Like, they can have all the nukes they want if you ain't got the people to freaking arm them. You can't shoot them if you ain't got no people to shoot them. So
it's like having a whole lot of bullets and no guns, or a bunch of guns and no bullets.
I mean,
like,
yeah. I mean, good riddance.
That's it, man.
So, I mean, because when I heard that story about, man, they got twice as many nukes as America. Why did America stop building nukes? Because they found something else.
They have to, in a way, regulate, nuclear plants, right? They have to keep it at a certain temperature. Like, I don't know the logistics behind it, but if there's a nuclear meltdown because a core overheated or something, like, it's a way to kind of keep things in balance. Maybe they perfected something, that one missile that has this particular material in there, it hit that nuclear plant and it neutralizes every damn thing.
Yeah, man. They might have figured something out.
Maybe it's something that, I don't know.
They do
frequencies. I don't know.
They have to have the technology for them to stop building them. And then and during the Cold War, when your enemy's still building nukes, you like, man,
they behind the time.
We don't even need them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh God, we just push one button and it neutralized everything and messed up the system. You know what? It could be something as simple as a computer hack.
Yeah.
That'll go through it, because everything is computer, right? So a firewall or something, some virus or whatever, some bug, all they can do is click one button and it disarm everything.
Exactly.
It probably detonate the damn bombs in the damn silo that housed the damn bomb. So they looking like, oh, it'd be like Chernobyl in that motherfucker. Yeah.
Hey.
Bunch of damn radiated animals, squirrels and sheep and
just ain't nothing.
Frogs
with
with 4 or 5 legs, man. I mean, it's crazy, man. But yeah, like microwave, man, that you mentioned, man. The heat was so concentrated that it burned the shadows of people on walls.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's intense, bro. It burned the shadow.
So just think about that, man. The damage that you can do. You can wipe out a whole city.
And that's scary power.
With a nuclear bomb. So, I mean, how bad do you have to hate someone, disagree with their policies or what they're saying to you for you to drop that bomb? Think about it.
It's crazy. Mm-hmm. You know, it's crazy. And like, even, man, I know this on topic of this Ukraine thing and Russia thing, even though we really ain't diving in it, we just whatever
on the surface.
I was talking about the media. I'm gonna bring up the media. They was saying something. I seen more than one clip. They was pretty much dumbfounded that Europeans are not civilized to the point that they're having war with each other. And they use the word white people.
Oh, wow.
White people shouldn't do this. It's expected of blacks to go to war with each other because they're uncivilized. It's expected for Arabic people, I don't know if Muslims, let's use Muslims, I guess. Right. I don't know if that's the politically correct term, and I kind of get those countries like Afghanistan, Iraq, and I kind of get those confused. And
they are
that.
Middle Eastern.
So let's use that Middle Eastern,
because some of them Christians, some of them Muslims.
Large percentage is Muslims versus America's large percentage Christian. Right. All right, so that area. What did you say?
Yeah, Arabic will be.
So basically, it's expected for them to go to war because they're uncivilized,
right?
And that's what they was baiting to. And it's like they got so comfortable in their journalism that they said white people.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, so white people can't be uncivilized?
But yeah, man, I think it's one of those things that if you can suppress a people, especially if you plan on conquering those people, you would suppress their military conquest because they can't fend you off. Because your technology is better than theirs.
Mm-hmm. And that was the thing. It's like, damn, Russia is invading Ukraine like Russia is invading Rwanda or something.
Yeah.
Or America in Afghanistan. Like a quote-unquote superior country to a quote-unquote inferior country. That make more sense because the inferior country is the uncivilized, right?
Right.
But when you, in this situation, you have two civilized countries, quote unquote, right? So it shouldn't happen. It's not an African country. It's not a Arabic, Middle Eastern country. It's Ukraine.
Right.
So it shouldn't be expected that one European group to another civilized European group should be going to war. And it's not making sense to those.
I look at the war between Russia and the Ukraine almost like a civil war.
Yes. Yes. That's it. That's it.
They was once part of the same USSR.
Mm-hmm.
And now the Ukraine is wanting to side with the European Union.
Yeah.
Russia not having it.
Right.
We big brother, you little brother.
That's it.
And you supposed to, we separate, different countries, but you supposed to side with us.
It's a sibling rivalry.
Yeah.
No different than if California, who has their own little weird laws, Texas, they stand on their own. It's like if California, Texas decide, I want to break off from the United States and be our own independent country, and then the rest of the country go to war with Texas and or California, it's big brother versus little brother.
Right.
And it's like, and then I could see the reporters all over the world like, I can't believe this is happening in America.
Right.
If you take race out of it, they just happen to use race, and it just kind of threw people in a, in left field when they brought up race.
Yeah.
But if they kept it country wise, but they did keep it country wise, and then I seen a reporter more than one, like two, actually say the white race, which I was like, wow. But that's what they all think. So
yeah,
they just said it verbally, but we all know what it is. But yeah, it's just like America going to war with California because they decided to be the United States of California,
right,
or the United States of Texas.
And it happened before. That's why they called themselves the Lone Star State.
Texas boy, it's his own breed, man.
Like
I can't get number respect that.
For a while, I bet you if you look at it, look how wide Texas is.
Texas is huge, bro.
So I see why they thought they was their own thing.
Man, there's probably other states that can be with it. You know what? It probably was other states at one time, and Texas just like, I'm staking claim. Like, this is all damn Texas. It could have been, I don't know.
Probably part of Mexico at one time.
Yeah, New Mexico or something. Yeah, they say all that. Like, that parts of California, like that whole line was Mexico.
Right.
Or part of Mexico, or whatever the case may be. But they staked their claim, and they had maybe civil wars if you through the history of how Texas or California or any other states gained their independence, or how they captured that land body from Mexico. Right. I don't know the history of that, but it has to be some history of that.
Well, man, you had your when the settlers, what they call it, the Oregon Trail.
Yeah, I remember the video game.
Yeah,
on them old ass Apple computers.
The Oregon Trail, that was they kind of settled the east, had a foothold in it, and it was like, let's move out west.
Right.
So they moved out west, and then they moved down south, further south. So you moved the line.
Gotcha.
And mainly because of the resources.
Wow. I guess at the end of the day. Well, I guess at the end of the day, man, you really just, like you said, man, just got to follow the money.
Yeah, follow the money, man.
Real shit. All right, man, we about to get out of here, and thanks for tuning in to the podcast. It's your boy Face.
I'm Joffrey with a G.
Yes, sir.
Peace.